The Chicago Bears are headed into free agency with the fifth most cap space available. Who should they prioritize, Trey Smith or Drew Dalman? Both top free agents at their position. Me, C-Dub, and Bob, we're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We got Bobby, C-Dub, myself, Haize, in the building. Fellas, how you feeling this weekend, brothers?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. What's the word? What's up with y'all, man? What's up?
I'm tired as hell. We was partying last night. I'm tired as hell.
You ain't young no more, bro. You ain't young.
He ain't. I can't wait for this to start catching up with Steve, old young ass, too, because I got mad jokes for his ass.
Oh, no.
But nonetheless, fellas, man, we're here to talk about it. Free agency is gearing up. We already went through the franchise tag period. We got a lot of stuff coming up here sooner rather than later. And there have been two names that have kind of been circled around the Chicago Bears, Trey Smith and Drew Dalman. Now, I want to be clear here. There is a world in which the Bears could possibly sign both these guys. That would eat into almost half of their available cap space, though, reportedly. But I want to ask you guys, if it came down to one or the other, which one do you think the Bears should prioritize?
Me, I'm going to just pick the obvious path and go with winning experience in Trey Smith. He's played at the ultimate level in this game. He's played at Super Bowls and conference championships. Mm-hmm. Plus, he's probably one of the top guards in the league. I'm going to go with him. That's not to throw shade at Dalman at all. But if we was going to prioritize either one of the two, I would go with championship mentality, championship pedigree, and Trey Smith.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go the other route though. I'm gonna say Drew Dalman, and my reason is because he will come in and be the center for a young quarterback who needs to continue to develop. And I think that if you look at each position, that everybody's gonna say on that offensive line, the left tackle is probably the most important. And then for me, right after left tackle is the center, because to be a good center. And you definitely want to have a great one on your squad. He did that because that guy at the center spot is going to be the ones that's calling out the coverages, who's going to be trying to move and communicate with our young quarterback like, hey, we need to be sliding it this way, or we need to be moving this way, or, hey, we need to, you know what I'm saying, double block whoever is coming at us or who's ever causing this havoc on us and trying to wreck our game plan. So I look at Trey Smith as being a hell of a player. And C-Dub, what you said is all things you definitely consider when you go out to a guy like Trey Smith. But if it came down between the two, I want the guy at the center spot to be that veteran that I hope that Caleb Williams can have supporting him to move things forward the right way.
And I want to address this comment here. Dalman is terrible at pass protection. Drew Dalman had a 95.1% pass rush win rate last season, which was ninth amongst all centers in the NFL. So if he's terrible, then most of the league is terrible by the
oh God,
what you're measuring there. And again, that's just objective analytics. Now I sit in this place, right? And I like to think of it in this. I know I didn't give you guys this part of the information, but we're going to throw it here. This is how you have an interesting conversation. It comes down to this for me. If the Bears are able to get, if they're able to get Dalman and like a Will Freeze or Fries, however you pronounce his name, then I'm cool with passing up on Trey Smith. If the money works out to where it makes, because again, Will Fries is not that much different as far as where the analytics tell you that Trey Smith is. If you're able to get both those guys, then I'm cool with it. If you're just going to overall who's the best talent just singularly, of course Trey Smith is better. But I think with how much that we have to build out on the offensive line, you can convince me if you say, hey, we can get Will Fries and we can get Dalman and not get Trey Smith, I could take that if that's the case, because I do think center is hugely important. I want a veteran center there snapping the ball to Caleb Williams. We've had so much problems with the centers going for the last 5 seasons, really, if not longer, when you look at it. So I think that's the mindset that I have, because Trey Smith alone is going to eat into about a 30-year cap.
I'm not mad at that at all. That makes sense. I would say that if we miss out on a Trey Smith, we do have different markets. And when I say markets, I mean free agency and then the draft coming up, that we can see to those positions if we miss out on a Trey Smith or Dalman in the middle. So it's always different ways you can mix and match to get your get the line that you want, as long as you put the effort and the time that's needed into this position. To this position, the offensive line, because this is it needs to be done this season. It needs to be done.
Yeah, and I don't want no guy. I don't want them coming in and saying, "Hey, let's look at Coleman Shelton." Yes, you know what I'm saying. He came from Sean McVay. We don't want a guy that was pretty much a backup. I want a guy who has that starter experience and who can come up in here. And to Haize's point, and we've been pretty much on the same the key when we talk about that veteran presence for your center. I think it'll do well for a guy like Caleb Williams, and obviously the offensive line and the offense as a whole. It's not to say that a rookie can't come in and fill the void, but I think a guy that has the experience, who's been through multiple systems, I think that guy could be able to come in and hit the ground running. That's why I'm really, really looking at a guy like Dalman to come in. I think it's gonna be most important. I think if you good up in the middle, you're gonna be able to help the rest of your offensive line. And I'm not mad at the Will Fries addition if you want to go that route either. I say you just gotta at least try to come out of this free agency, at least try to come out with 2 starters. Try.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think if you come out with 2 starters, you can probably get 2 more starters in this draft, and I'm not mad at that. So, and that's really where the sweet spot is as far as overhauling this offensive line. So, Evan Brown's another one that's available. Mekhi Becton is another guy as well on that offensive line. I wouldn't mind there. So there are a lot. Like, the Bears have no excuse not to walk away from this free agency with at very minimum 1 starter, but more than likely 2.
For sure.
One star. If they come out of this with 1 starter, we're gonna be highly pissed. We're gonna be highly pissed.
It depends on what you do in the draft, because you can still walk away with another 2 in the. I'm not.
Oh, you talking specifically in free agency? I'm sorry.
Specifically just free agency, just not the overall offseason, just free agency.
Okay.
Yeah. They only walk away with one new starter out of the offseason overall. Somebody need to jump Ryan Poles big ass.
For real. What are you doing, boy?
He better apply for the Secret Service for sure. Look. I like what you just said, nephew, in veteran leadership for Caleb Williams, because if you look at his year last year, I want to talk about competent veteran leadership. Did he have any in his first year? You can't say nothing about Bajan. He's trying to make his way in this league. We can't bring up Waldron. Maybe Thomas Brown was okay. He was okay, but when you really think of it, did he really have competent veteran leadership? I'm even talking about the offensive line. Shelton, he's a guy trying to fight for his position on the line.
But he's ranked the 3rd best center on the free agent market, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, that means,
and that's where you got to take some of those lists. Sometimes some of the people that make those lists, they only look at maybe some stats. They don't actually watch the games. And not to say that Coleman Shelton, maybe as a bench reserve, I wouldn't mind. But as a starter last year, if you watch Coleman Shelton, you're saying, oh yeah, 3rd best in the league as a free agent. Nigga, what?
Yeah, bro.
For real, what?
So are you guys like more if we can't get y'all can't get the guy from Atlanta? You guys looking more into going into draft and getting a young man that's that can grow with Caleb
I
Williams.
want a veteran center. At that point, Evan Brown. All in on Evan Brown.
But you're looking at the list, Drip. You see, at number 3 is Sheldon. That tells me
that's
that the
what
list
I tell you.
I
can't pay attention to all that list shit. That tells me. I mean, like, and if I'm not mistaken, didn't when Sam Mustapher left us, he was also ranked towards the top?
Yeah.
Fuck all that. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all list. How about that?
For real.
So yeah,
is Ryan Kelly from the Indianapolis Colts. Is he a good constellation prize nephew?
Shit, I'll have to do more research on that fella.
It's
but I
decent.
know Indy. I know Indy. They had put after they lost Andrew Luck. That's when they really started to get better offensive linemen, which was kind of crazy. But they got some guys over there, some big boys up front that you could probably look at. I had to do more research into that guy though.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. I think, I'm not mad at either way they go as long as they address. There was a comment in here that I wanted to pull up that is, listen, I wouldn't be necessarily mad at this combo. If you get Drew, Dalman, Zettler, and Mekhi Becton, I'm not mad at that as if that's your free agency. You still got work to do in the draft, but I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, hey, but Mekhi Becton, his story is awesome. And shout out to him.
Yeah.
And hopefully he could keep on wherever he goes, whether he stays in Philly or he moves on somewhere else. I hope he can continue to just thrive. And he is Super Bowl champion now after people pretty much wrote his ass off. So
what's up with his story, nephew? Tell me a little bit
about the story. I think when he came into the league, he had an early injury, and I think he was like a 4th round pick or something like that. And then it was just pretty much injuries and stuff like that. And nobody really wanted him, and the Eagles gave him a shot, and that motherfucker was placed in the starting lineup, and he thrived, and he's a Super Bowl champion now. So it was just about like how he showed his resilience, pretty much.
That's awesome, man. Hey, man, hey, we can do this. That's all I want to say. We can fix the offensive line. I don't know why I got this feeling like it's just a far-reaching goal that it's going to be very hard for us to accomplish. But I think we should be able to fix this offensive line. It is not far-reaching, bro.
Because I think it's going to be more than just signing guys. You got to coach these guys to fit your style of play that you want to implement. Because we seen these guys be, thrive in other places. And we thought that some of the people we picked up, we like, damn, we got Coleman Shelton, we picked up Matt Pryor, we got Nate Davis. We couldn't get the best out of none of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Well, we probably got some good reps from here and there out of Matt Pryor, but it wasn't as good as it should have been if he would have had better coaching and a better system that he could have played in. So I'm really gonna be keyed in with and excited if they do be able to pull out, and grab some of these guys. But obviously it's gonna be, can Dan Rouser and the other
hold on real quick. Hold on. TJ, listen. Bro, I get it. We all know that your buzzword is bargain basement. Pick something different. We've been streaming 12 minutes. You done left 8 comments with the word bargain basement in it. Just chill out, bro. We got it. You think he shops at the bargain basement? Now let's move. Let's progress the conversation, my boy. Let's progress the conversation.
He gone, man.
He meant pose.
For sure. But yeah, you just hope that these guys could coach these offensive linemen up. Because it's going to be just more than just say, hey, you did well in whatever city you came from, because we need you to do well in Chicago. I don't give a damn what you did. Like, I respect what you did, but now I need that in Chicago, because for some strange reason, we get guys, they come to Chicago and they forget how to play, or the coaches don't, help these guys continue to thrive and move forward. So we'll see.
Yeah. I just want to attack the elephant in the room if I can have a moment to attack it. I just want to ask you guys a question. This is just fantasy because I do not agree with it. Absolutely not.
Yes, Steve Smith is that nigga, if that's what you ask. No. If somebody never texted about you and said that you shifted somebody's IUD, you ain't doing enough work. That's all I'm saying.
Fucking gas.
What? No, me. What?
Bro, let's talk about fantasy because I look at a lot of comments under our videos, and everybody is trying to develop these ways we can get to Genty. Now, I do not want this at 10. I want the best offensive lineman or defensive lineman. Can both of you guys see a path to Genty at 10. And if y'all do, let's just go on fantasy and just who we picking up at free agency. And it gotta be free agency.
Yeah, no, you don't have to squint your eye. We're taking Genty is the part that I'm thinking about at this point, bro. Like everything that said Ben Johnson, like I think we're going to take Genty, bro. That's just my personal opinion. And you asked the path how we get there. I think we laid it out. You get 2 starters in free agency. You re-sign Matt Pryor as your depth piece because I love Matt Pryor coming off the bench for this team. And then you draft 2 offensive linemen in the second round. There's starting caliber offensive linemen in the second round here. Yeah, I don't think it's that hard to get to a place that it makes sense to draft Genty.
You agree with that, though? What you agree with number 10? Doing that?
No, for me, I'm never going to really sign off on running backs in the first round because there are some really good running backs that can be starters on day 1. You can get in rounds 3 and 4, in my personal opinion. You got to be a generational running back to be worth a first round pick in the modern NFL to me. But maybe he could be that. Maybe he could be that.
Yeah, I think that for me, because I like a lot of people, they, you know what I'm saying, a lot of mocks early on, they had the Bears taking Will Campbell, but Will Campbell's the best left tackle in this draft right now. Josh Simmons from Ohio State, he was that, but he's coming off an injury, so it's gonna be some trepidation there from other guys. And you looking at teams like the New England Patriots, which way do they go with that 4th pick? You know what I'm saying? Do they go with the best left tackle or do they go defense? So I think that with what Haize said, it makes a lot of sense. If they able to accomplish some things in free agency with the offensive line, I think it's a real possibility. Me personally, I wouldn't do that. I'll be trying to build my trenches and look, because I think that yes, Genty is running back number 1 for sure, but you don't absolutely need running back number 1 right now.
Yeah,
you need best available trenches, the best guys up front.
And that's go ahead.
No, I really quick. I believe Henderson and Judkins from Ohio State, or the kid. I don't think the kid from North Carolina will be available, but I think those kids from Ohio State can be your number 1 running back as well. Yeah. I just think so. Where you can pick them up in a later round. But Genty he's probably worth the try if you really want to say it. He's a talent. But
he is, though.
I'd rather.
He's an amazing talent.
Yes,
I just think if we already had an offensive line in place, I'm signing off on that all day long. And I don't want to be clear. If they do draft him, as long as they deal with the offensive line, it's not like I'm going to be sitting here like, oh, you're stupid for drafting. I'm not going to say that. It's just, to me, when you look at it, it's just like, is that really where we are again? It just reminds me of spending assets for Keenan Allen. And I know Keenan Allen had an amazing season and whatnot, but not amazing. He had a solid season statistically here. But I just think you got to take care of other things, bro. I think you got that's true. And if a team's willing to draft Genty and he's false number 10, what I would do, I'm taking that call. I want your first round pick and your second round pick. If you think that he's that much, you willing to trade up for him, that's what I'll get it. Absolutely. No band says Haize tweak. First of all, I said that you can get a starting caliber, but is Derrick Henry not one of the top 5 backs in the NFL? Where was he drafted? Round 2.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying. So, I'm saying that you can get a really good Jonathan Taylor. I think he's one of the best backs in the NFL as well. Where was he drafted, fellas?
Not in the first round.
Round 2. So I'm just saying, right? But I think either way, like I said, I'm not mad if they draft Genty as long as they take care of business. Just where we stand right now, we don't know for sure. I think that you have to go either defensive lineman or offensive lineman in the first round, but maybe they do some shit in free agency where it changes my mind on that.
Yeah. If you don't do anything, I mean, if you do that and you grab Genty at 10, then here comes the scrutiny. Then we need it without any excuse that this offensive line has to be figured out. If you're going to do that at 10, you better have a plan.
Yeah, I would say you got to have a good player because, hell, we thought that we was going to get a damn wide receiver a couple years ago. And we took 2 defensive backs. Like, it's worked out for, you know what I'm saying? It worked out well because you end up with DJ and now you got Rome. But I just say right now, if you look at Sawbuck in the building,
look
y'all.
Look at the grand baby.
What's the word?
It's a future linebacker right here, y'all.
I don't know, bro. That head, he may be an offensive lineman, bro. He may be the starting center we need, bro.
He smiled when Haize said, I don't know, that head.
Oh no, bro. That no neck either. That got offensive lineman written all over him, bro.
That boy eat like a teenager, bro.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
I don't even remember where we were at this
I
point,
don't know.
bro.
I'm
We
sorry
talking
about
running
that,
backs.
guy.
No, you good, bro. That's a good thing to segue it, bro. Listen, you celebrate the babies in the family, bro. You know.
No, but
But yeah, I think so. The strategy for the Bears, I mean, I think it's going to be a lot more clear based off what they do in the offseason. If they sign, for example, 2 top-tier offensive linemen in the reserve, I think that then you're starting looking at they're doing something other than offensive line with the first round pick. And if they sign a top-tier offensive lineman and like a Josh Sweat or a Khalil Mack, it's looking real running back-ish.
Yeah.
So
especially if they spend some of that bread up front on a guy like Josh Sweat.
Yeah. So.
Hey man, y'all got a sneaky pick like this? This might be away from the that y'all want that'll help the team
in the
very
draft
much.
and the free agency.
And let's go with the draft. And I'll just say, man, I think Xavier Restrepo is a perfect player to fit in this team, bro. I just think he's perfect
for even pronouncing that name correctly. Shout out to my
I know him and I like him, so I'm gonna He got a great game. He reminds me of a Tom Waddle type. He's not gonna blow you away with speed. He catching everything. He gets open in tight spaces. I like Xavier Restrepo. He can be that third wide receiver because it's gonna be Rome. I don't think Keenan Allen gets back here. It's gonna be Rome and DJ and put him in a slot and it's busting. Sorry,
I got a sneaky one that, and again, it's mainly he has some questions around him, but I got 2. And I'm releasing my mock draft today, so this is a little sneak peek. Jeremy Caldwell out of Oregon as a defensive tackle spot. He's gonna be gotten in the 5th or 6th round, and I'm telling y'all right now, everything we wanted Zach Pickens to be, that's that nigga right there, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro.
Would you say he's better than Zach right now?
He's better than Zach Pickens. He's 3rd or 4th defensive tackle on your depth chart immediately after you draft him.
Crazy.
I gotta put some.
And then you guys know one of my personal things has been finding another safety to either be the long-term pairing with Jaquan Brisker, or if Jaquan happens to suffer some other major injuries, he can step in there. Billy Bowman Jr. out of Oklahoma.
Oh,
get that motherfucker, bro! I'm telling y'all right now.
I know he's a player.
You talk about ball hawk instincts, hard hitter. He gonna catch somebody coming over the middle one day and put them out on injury reserve for 4 weeks. I'm telling you right now, bro.
I ain't mad at that.
For sure. I think for me, it'll be if Mason Graham somehow gets slides.
He's not sliding.
I'm just saying that'll be a surprise for me. I'm just saying. I had to throw a Michigan guy up there, but I do like his running mate. I gave a lot of love to Ohio State in my mock. I gotta show some love to the big dude.
I appreciate that, by the way.
They were awful this past year.
Kenneth Grant is
they were awful. They won the national title.
Michigan. I love Ohio State. I'm talking
about him saying that love to Ohio State.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but Kenneth Grant from Michigan, and then it's a right tackle out of Arizona. Savi, it's a bad, I don't know how to say his last name, but he a big fella that I think that the Bears can move inside, and it's just 2 big ass dudes on the right side. With him and Darnell Wright, I think that'll be interesting for sure.
Darnell Wright gonna be the only one left.
And as he should.
Yeah,
there's a chance Braxton's in there.
Bench.
There's a chance Braxton is still there's a chance he's the starter next year,
bro. Really? Y'all good with that?
I mean, honestly, if you improve the rest of the offensive line, I'm not mad at. Keep in mind, this is last year of his contract. I'm not mad at that.
Drip, that's the most important spot on this line. Y'all know it, and he's been good, but in certain situations, he's been unreliable in certain key situations, especially with penalties. I am not willing to waste that with the most important position. If we can find somebody better to at the very least, compete for this guy to push up his work ethic. I want to say if we could get somebody to compete with him in mini camp and training camp, I'm good with that. He cannot be just settled in there like you just got
That's
in there.
fair. That's fair. That's completely
Yeah,
fair.
I think it's gonna be interesting to see how they feel about him for real though, because now the injuries are starting to pile up. Ankle injury and then
Yeah.
that neck injury. That's something I've been paying attention to. How well he can come back from that. But I do agree with you guys that hey, if you build out, you know what I'm saying, the rest of that offensive line, you might get a better Braxton. You know what I'm saying? Because with him alongside Tevin Jenkins, they look all right. But with him
Yeah.
alongside, who the hell was the damn left guard?
Um,
Oh my god.
we had like 3 of them
Patrick.
last year.
It was they get. I think they
Yeah.
put Borum over there one time. Like it was
Yeah.
crazy. But if you get him some,
that's the motherfucker.
solid,
If Borm is in a Bears jersey next year, I may ride with him.
Bro,
real,
they
it's
better
crazy.
not. They better not do that to us, bro.
Telling
They
you.
cannot. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting little off season, man. I'm very excited which way Ryan Poles has to go. I think it's really crucial for him. I think he got to put his all into this rendition of the Chicago Bears because I really think he's not as safe as he thinks he is. If we continue on this trotting like we've been doing, yes, we went from 7 wins to 5 wins.
Yeah, but I think Ben Johnson means that Poles is going to stick around for at least most of his of Ben Johnson's contract. I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay. I want that motherfucker to be on his P's and Q's.
Oh, listen, I want him. I want it to not be a question. I would love nothing more than Ryan Poles to make moves this offseason that we're not even talking about. Hey, is Ryan going to be here long term? Eliminate that shit. Let's just focus. I just want to be able to just focus. It's been so much storyline shit with the Bears the last 2 years. Can we just have a year where we could just focus on just
football? Yes.
That's it, bro.
Yes.
No
That's
more
a shame because
no more guys.
Oh, and be prepared. Y'all know that the NFC North is probably going to be on Hard Knocks next year, right? The division version.
Our division, yeah.
Oh, here we go
again.
Hey, this
George,
never works.
I'm just saying, let these guys cuss. Fuck it. Like it just because keeping them from not cussing. That's how we end up playing some soft ass football after the draft. I mean, after the bye week. Let these guys cuss. Fuck it. Let them fight too. Shit. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, man. They got to get over that shit, bro. But listen, hey, George, he's had a little extra fire into himself. Like he throwing shots at Packers fans, bro. He's talking shit about Lions fans. Maybe he may wake up a little bit. Maybe George done touched him a black woman. Maybe that's what's
right here, bro. Hey, this is going to be different then. He's going to be trying to run the franchise. Did he?
He's running. It's him now.
It's him.
It's him.
Did he buy those pieces from the rest of the family or something? Because I didn't think he had enough of the company.
He had
percentage.
Majority. Yeah.
He had majority. Okay. Now he's going to have to run this country like he wants to run it. I don't want him.
Country. He's running the whole country.
I mean, fuck. Excuse me, y'all. He's gonna have to run this franchise like he wants to. Don't try to live in no lineage like your previous people that ran this organization. Do it your way, George, and do it the right way. Airbnb is a Chicago Bear coach, y'all. Could y'all believe that?
A position coach at that, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's nuts to me.
You got to give a little credit to George. He got football guys in this building, and he allowed Kevin Warren and Poles to do their damn job, and he wasn't being a cheap ass. This staff costs some money. This staff costs some money.
This is probably the most expensive coaching staff the Bears have ever had, bro. Period.
Oh, bar none. There's no doubt.
That's what I say. If the Bears spent this money on this coaching staff and they go out and get a guard that's going to cost upwards of 22, 25 million, this ain't even the same franchise that I grew up watching.
It's not.
It's crazy.
Not. Trey Smith won 100. They's talking $100 million. I seen that written down somewhere. I'm like, wow, it's the Chicago Bears. That don't sound right.
About 20 million. They up what? 22 million is the projection.
Yeah,
from Spot Rack.
We modernizing, y'all. We finally modern.
Clearly,
they gotta spin that bag though. That's what you gotta do, man. You wanted the best, you gotta go spin that bag. You wasn't getting Ben Johnson here for no cheap ass $8 million. You gotta get that 13.
That man came in making double what Eberflus was making. Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
For sure.
Hey man, don't worry about it. That ain't all peaches and creams. Now we gonna be looking for more from Ben Johnson.
We paying you,
my guy.
league, man.
We paying you, bro. You got to put down too. We need results too, Ben Johnson.
Facts.
We need it.
Any last thoughts, fellas, before we get up out of here, man?
Oh yeah, just this one. When we make the stadium, I ask that we name the stadium Virginia McCaskey Stadium. How about that? I'm with that.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think that goes without that should be something. Either it's the whole stadium got to be named after Virginia, or she got to have a hall, a wing in that mug, something.
Absolutely.
For sure. But hey, man, we appreciate y'all for always tuning in on these Sundays, rocking with us. But wait, tomorrow, NFL Central first episode with Bobby and Steve-O talking about the league. It's finally coming.
Sir.
We here. We ready to rock and roll. Me and Steve-O, we already got our
like
first episode planned. We gonna be recording that. And it's the first episode to be posted tomorrow. So y'all make sure y'all lock in over there on NFL Central. And it's gonna be some fire. Maybe who knows? Me and Steve-O might. Yeah, I think we're gonna argue a lot over there. So
yeah,
y'all gonna be in tune for some entertaining stuff. It's gonna be good, fun.
You know what I'm most excited about about that podcast is I get to just be a viewer. I am super happy about this. Like, because listen, no, and I already got 19. I would love to do an NFL podcast, but I would not. I can't be the man in between Bobby and Steve-O when they disagree on something. They don't pay me enough for that shit. I don't get paid enough for that shit. I can tell you that right now. So
it's gonna be fun. Then the fellas, y'all know they're gonna be popping in every now and then. So
for sure. Yeah, you're gonna see my face over there every once in a while, but we're gonna mainly let them rock with that over there. That's them. They gonna kill it over there at NFL Central. Y'all make sure we'll post it everywhere once that new episode drops. It just reminded me I gotta work on the thumbnail template. I gotta get that over to you. But yeah, we appreciate y'all, man.
Gonna be rocking, man. Appreciate y'all for sure.
Definitely. Go ahead, Dub. Look at you like a proud uncle over there, Dub.
I am, bro. I am,
let me see
bro.
that shirt. Hold on, wait a second. Let me see that other shoulder on that shirt.
Come on, man. There's a little drip, man. Just a little something, man. I ain't on your level, bro. Look at your fucking shirt. Look at your fucking shirt. What the fuck? Look at that. That motherfucker icy as hell. Look at that shit. Come on, man.
I'm pissed because they made a hat that goes with this that has the bear just outlined like this. Sold out.
Oh my goodness. I can see why.
Bro, got to turn on the alerts.
You know me. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. It may take me a minute. I'm gonna get it. I don't care if I gotta walk up to the teenager and be like, "Hey, bro, let me run me that hat real quick."
Oh, the real.
But we appreciate y'all for sticking it out with us, man. Make sure you're following us at Shy Bear Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail for the mailbag, 773-242-9336. Y'all make sure y'all go and support NFL Central tomorrow when that first video drops. It'll be in the community tab. I'll post it as it drops. Love you guys. Chi-Town up. Bear down, y'all. Peace.
Peace out. Hey, we want peace with all